MMA is a brutal combat sport. Fighters often walk away from the octagon with bruises, cuts, sprains, and sometimes broken bones. We're spotlighting the most vicious injuries in the category of arm breaks. These injuries are so savage that they're still talked about years later. So sit back and buckle up, because these injuries are about as cringeworthy as it gets, and they'll have you watching through your fingers. Jerome Rivera. At LFA 39 in 2018, Brandon Royval won via TKO against Jerome Rivera. But that is not what fans were left talking about. The TKO came just 40 seconds after Jerome suffered a horrific arm injury. You can see his arm dislocate below the elbow while trying to avoid a takedown by Royval.
I just did.
Certainly heating up.
Oh. Kick to the body from Rivera, but Royval makes it pay. Oh, he's his shoulder. Tom Johnson has stopped this fight.
Once the two fighters are separated, it's clear that Rivera's arm is badly injured, but he isn't able to flag the ref, and Royval gets fed a few more kicks. Sylvia. In 2004 at UFC 48, Sylvia and Frank Mir went head-to-head. During the first round, only 50 seconds into their fight, the ref ended up stopping the fighters.
Frank Mir! Oh God, look at it! He's got it back! It's on its way! Her team is jumping in! The fight...
Fans booed the call until they caught sight of Sylvia's arm dangling and obviously broken. Tim's arm was snapped just below the elbow. The injury was so severe that Tim underwent surgery and faced many months of rehab and healing. Recently, years after his surgery, the screws in his arm began to loosen, causing a major infection. With the medical bills adding up to well over $10,000, the now retired UFC fighter reached out to the UFC asking for help. But they declined. Tim's fiancée set up a GoFundMe and donations from fans poured in. They raised almost $16,000 to repair his arm. Sabatini. Sabatini had hoped to defend his featherweight title against James Gonzalez, but in just 46 seconds, his hopes of winning and the fight were both over. The fight quickly went to the canvas, with Gonzalez wrapping his legs around Sabatini's throat. Sabatini manages to get free, but not before Gonzalez gets a hold of his arm. As more and more pressure is applied, it's clear there will be no tap out. The crowd watches in horror as Sabatini's arm breaks. The ref is alerted by the challenger and the fight is stopped. After a much-needed hospital trip for the defender, it is revealed that not only is his arm broken, but his elbow and shoulder are also dislocated.
Here, it was unbelievable.
I mean, this is scary black belt jiu-jitsu. You know, right here, his shoulder went right there. And Pat yelled, but Pat didn't tap. And he's still trying to fight him off. He's still trying to get rid of him. See James Gonzalez's mouth right there. I just broke it.
Mizuto Hirota. Mizuto Hirota and Shinya Aoki had words prior to their fight in 2009. So once they stepped into the octagon, it was explosive. The fighters seem evenly matched until the fight is taken to the ground. Aoki takes hold of Hirota's arm and starts feeding him punches to the face. Once Hirota is flipped over, it's over, and Aoki applies more pressure until you see and hear Hirota's arm break. After the fight is stopped, Shinya jumps up, running around, flipping off his opponent and the crowd. He then shows everyone how ruthless he is, going as far to mock Mizuto by pretending that his own arm is broken. Eventually, he's removed from the ring.
다리 가드로 홀딩을 해줬고요. 뒤쪽으로 너무 많이 맞았죠. 레프리 경기 중단시킵니다. 탈구가 일어난 것 같은데요. 그래서 9개
Jack Jenkins. This year at UFC 293, Chepe Mariscal took on Jack Jenkins. During the second round, Chepe throws Jack. Jack on the defense attempts to block his opponent by placing his arm on the mat. Jack's arm is then bent at a 90-degree angle, and the ref stops the fight immediately. No broken bones, but Jenkins' elbow is dislocated. Chepe's first win at featherweight via TKO won't be forgotten anytime soon.
He hands Jack Jenkins his first UFC loss.
I always worry about that move, especially when people don't really know how to do it.
Miesha Tate. In 2012, longtime rivals Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate stepped into the octagon to fight for the women's bantamweight championship title. During the first round, Rousey put Tate in not one but two arm bars. The second armbar was when Rousey destroyed Miesha's arm. Ronda applied more and more pressure, but Miesha refused to tap, ultimately leading to a broken arm.
Desperately trying to survive.
Oh, she's gonna break it.
It's over. Rousey has done it. 5 professional fights, 5 first-round armbar submissions.
Julia Avila. In 2018 at Invicta FC 29, Julia Avila faced off with Marcia Allen. During the first round, just 49 seconds into the fight, Allen threw a kick that landed on Avila's left hand, breaking her finger and exposing bone. Allen was declared the winner by TKO due to the injury. After the fight, Avila showed off her ring finger compound fracture to the cameras and crowd. And that wraps up our video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to catch all the latest everything MMA. Here are the top comments from our last video. One fan really enjoyed Tom Aspinall's questions, letting us know that they love him. And another thought the face-off between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk was really spicy. If you want to be featured in our next video, all you have to do is comment below.